Hey, what's up guys, it's Limbo here, back with another Limbo story time. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the time I got myself into detention on purpose. I know it sounds dumb, but once you guys hear the full story, you guys will finally understand why I put myself into detention on purpose. But either way, I hope you guys enjoy the video. Drop a like if you guys do, subscribe if you guys are new, and comment down what you guys think of the story. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. Let's get right into it. Rather than having just my webcam and just talking about my story, I'm gonna be playing a video game that obviously playing, and I'm gonna tell the story while I'm playing that video game. So I hope you guys enjoy this kind of new format. If you guys want me to switch back to the old one where it's just my webcam, let me know in the comments. Yeah, I'm just gonna be 1v1ing people, honestly. That's all I'm gonna be really doing. I don't want to play arena at all. It's just so annoying playing arena. I hate playing arena. But yeah, on to the story. So this story begins with me moving to a different school, and I lived in the town and stuff. I just went to a completely different school. I went to a Catholic school at the time, and I moved from a Catholic school to a public school, and I didn't know how it was gonna go at all. I was very scared, and I literally did not know anybody. I didn't know Jonzo or any of my friends that I have now in that middle school. So when I moved to the public school, I had like little to no friends. I had like 3 or 4 friends, and like they just didn't know me that well. I had this one new kid, this kid that played basketball, and this one other friend that I really can't remember. But in gym class and regular Catholic school, it's literally just the whole class, which is like about 20 kids that can actually afford to go to public school. I don't know what that was, but in regular, Catholic schools, they have you in gym class with everyone that's in your actual grade, and usually for me is about 15 to 20 people at my Catholic school in my grade. And in this new middle school, oh my god, in this new middle school, it was the whole entire class. Like the class was about 50 kids, I'd say. No, even more than that, like 60 to 70 kids in one gym class, and that wasn't my whole entire grade. We had like what, 150 160 kids in my grade in the middle school. Keep in mind, this is 7th grade too, so there's a bunch of us, right? We're playing kickball because it's raining, outside. Obviously, you don't really play kickball unless you actually have that in oh my, I'm whiffing. We're playing kickball inside, and there's this huge line, and I'm just like, I don't know what's happening to me. I was just a menace to society, man, and I was just like really pissed off. I didn't want to be at school at all. I just, I was just getting the new kid syndrome, where like they just hate the new school. They wish they could go back to their old school and see their old friends. But when we're playing kickball, I'm on like the offensive side. I'm just waiting on this long line of kids wanting to kick the ball and stuff, and I'm just by myself sitting at the very end of that line, and I'm like, dude, I just want to kick the ball and get out of here, right? We're playing a few innings within inside. It's like what, 45 to an hour hour-long classes, and when I'm just just literally sitting there just waiting for my turn, right? I'm just like completely pissed off. I'm a menace to society. I didn't want to be there. I didn't want to talk to anybody. I didn't want to meet anybody new. I wanted to move back to my old school. For some reason, the ball just goes over towards me from the pitcher side all the way to me at the end. So basically the pitcher's like literally in the middle. I'm all the way to like her far right, her back right, and the ball mysteriously just comes over to me. And I was so like, I don't know, I was just like agitated, right? I was so like mad, right? Or just didn't want to be there. I decided to kick the ball, and the ball got kicked so hard from me, it literally went just straight up. I thought it was gonna go forward, but it literally, once I kicked it, it went straight up, and it hit the light, and the light just continues to move. And the gym teacher didn't notice it was me. Like, she didn't know that it was me because she was talking to another like teacher, and she's wondering like, yo, who kicked the ball? No one's confesses up at all, right? For me, I'm like, oh my gosh, she probably knows that it's me, right? And then I find out that she doesn't know that it's me that I did it, okay? So, and then I have these kids that I just don't know coming over to me like, yo, why'd you kick the ball like that, right? They're just questioning me like, dude, it's not a whole ass interrogation. In my head, that's what I'm saying. And wow, I just died like that. So after I kicked the ball, like the teacher's like wondering, oh, like who kicked the ball and stuff. She didn't notice that I actually kicked it. And like she noticed that the light swinging around, and the ball got like, it just literally hit the ceiling. Like those like the school ceilings where like you can kind of touch them. It's like the like these like squares, right? And so like one of the squares are just like a little bit popped out. You can kind of notice it. And she's questioning like the whole class, like, yo, who kicked the ball, man? And like, why is the light doing that? This guy just accepted his fate. And so she's questioning the whole class, and nobody's speaking up. I'm not speaking up because I just didn't want to deal with it, and I didn't know what was gonna happen if I actually like spoke up and said like, oh yeah, that was me. So I was kind of afraid. And so she's questioning the class, and I just assumed that I'm gonna get detention. So I just assumed that I'm gonna get detention, that she found out it was me, because people have, you know, obviously snitched before. And I'm like, yeah, no, people are definitely gonna snitch on me since I'm the new kid. She didn't give me detention at all in reality, but I just thought she did. And so I used that to my, you know, I wouldn't say advantage, but I used that in a way where I would go to lunch, and me being a new kid, nobody knows me, right? And for some reason, right, people would just start asking me at lunch, like, yo, why are you going to detention? Aren't you new? I've never seen you before. How did you get in trouble? Oh, I just pieced this guy up. Aw. Oh my god. But a lot of kids that I just didn't know of were just asking me like, oh, why did you, you know, get detention? How did you get it? You know, like, you know, you're a new kid, like maybe you shouldn't be getting in trouble at your new school, right? It's a bunch of people that I don't know. But I'm like, yeah, no, I'm saying like what I did, like, oh yeah, I kicked the ball up and it hit the ceiling light and hit the ceiling. And so I'm walking into the detention room, and this teacher, you know, was like, I don't know, like the person in there, the teacher in there, like the way that the middle school had the detention system set up was completely just out of, I don't even know, out of whack, man. Like, it was just so weird. And so the detention room is basically like, you have to tell, like, you have to explain why you're in detention, and like, you know, and you have to explain to her like why you did what you did, and like how you can be better as a person, etc., right? Oh my god. And so I'm running stuff, and she apparently had like a list of people that were supposed to attend detention that day, and I wasn't on that list. And she says to me like, why aren't you on this list? Like, I don't know who you are you, you know, a new kid? And so I said, yeah, I'm a new kid, my name is Ethan Limbo, you know, and I did this. And she's like, wow, but I just don't see you here, so maybe you don't have detention, maybe you should go to lunch. I'm like, nah, I'll just stay. And so once I tell her what I did and stuff, she questions me like, oh, why did your teacher even give you detention? You know, like maybe that was just by accident. In my mind, she thought that I was actually the one, like the actual kicker for kickball, and I just hit the ceiling by accident and I got detention. And so she was like, yeah, no, maybe you should just like go back to lunch. Like, I'm not gonna give you detention over this, you know, I'm not gonna make you stay for like 30-45 minutes just for you, you know, to stay here and not be able to eat, etc., right? And so I'm like, no, I'll just stay. And I met this girl that was in my grade, right? And you know, we just talked for the whole entire detention. And I'll forget what she was in for. I guess she was just being a, like, you know, just a mean person to the teacher, like talking back and stuff. And you know, me and her are like, I don't even know what to, like, we're just acquaintances at this point, but like we were friends for that year and that school year, you know, further on. And after that, after the whole day, the next day or so, right after a couple days, I started talking to these new kids that asked me like, oh, why I got detention and stuff, you know, before I actually went in. And I actually became friends with them, and I realized that like putting myself in detention on purpose gave me friends. And that's how like I started getting to know people and all that stuff, man. But yeah, that's basically the story. Me just, you know, getting friends for putting myself in detention on purpose, man. And that's basically the whole story. I'm gonna finish off the video with me 1v1 this guy. I'll show you guys some highlights, maybe some clips like this one. Oh, but yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Subscribe if you guys are new. Drop a like if you guys enjoyed it. Comment down if it was worth me going to detention for that day.
I work so hard for this. Tears I shed over this shit. Waited so long for this. I put my soul onto these beats. I go to war for this shit. They left and pointing. Now they claiming that they call this shit. If you put half the work I put in, you be scarfing that shit.